Dr. J. Hess. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you to the plenary session on personalized medicine. And I can tell you I'm really thrilled with this topic. It's gotten a lot of media coverage, and a lot of us are thinking about personalized medicine. And I just want to spend a couple minutes sharing a perspective on that. But I'll start by saying, really pathology informatics will make personalized medicine possible. So I think we're familiar with the promise of personalized medicine, steering cancer patients to more effective chemotherapy, using genomic information and other information in order to dose drugs more effectively and avoid adverse reactions and all. But it really struck home yesterday. I was actually meeting with a father of two girls who had a very severe neurologic disorder that they had a lot of rigidity. They actually were developing contractures and were they were about 11 years old when it looked like they'd shortly be moving to being in wheelchairs. And it just so happened that an astute clinician decided to send these two girls DNAs for sequencing, and it was found that they had a mutation in a gene that was one of the over 190 different mutations that are associated with dopamine-sensitive dystonia. And to make a long story short, these girls were put on a fairly simple drug regimen and completely returned to a normal lifestyle. And in fact, one of them's on the varsity track team in high school. So I mean, these kinds of things are possible and are happening. But what concerns me and many others is that there are so many challenges. For every story like that, there are all these challenges we face. And I think one of the first ones is that we're finding, for example, that the cancer genomes are a lot more complex than we ever imagined. It's going to be a more difficult problem than we thought. And the constitutional disorders, if anything, are even more complex. And then there's a series of very practical questions. Who's going to analyze the specimens? Who's going to interpret the data? How do we know that the data interpretation is valid? Is this work all going to be done in healthcare systems, or is this an area that will concede to for-profit corporations? It's really, there are a lot of unanswered questions. What is the informatics platform that we're going to use to manage this data? How is it going to talk with other IT systems? How do we protect the data so that confidential information isn't shared inappropriately, while at the same time making maximal use of the data for research? And then one of the most big concerns, unfortunately, is financial. I don't know how many of you are going through an EMR installation right now, but we're in the middle of a $250 million project putting in an EMR system that's sucking up the capital from everything else that we want to do. So there are plenty of challenges. I think just want to leave on the note that personalized medicine's here. There's a tremendous amount of promise. Behind all of it is pathology informatics. So I really want to thank all of you for your dedication to the field of pathology informatics, and know that it's going to have an impact on patient care. And have a great meeting, and I wish you all the best in all of your endeavors. Thank you.